Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be checking out something called Teslagrad. This is an early alpha press build from developer Rain, who coincidentally happens to be one of my favorite Mortal Kombat palette swap ninjas. But that aside, this is a puzzle platformer with action elements to do with magnetism, has a beautiful hand-drawn aesthetic, and I think this is one that you're going to be really hearing a lot about in the coming months. It's not quite available yet, like I said, this is an alpha build, but they do have a presence on the Indie database, and also there is a Greenlight campaign to try and get this one moving forward, and I think they shouldn't have too much trouble from what I've seen of it. Granted, all I've done is just play the introduction so far just to get the levels for my recording, so this is entirely a new experience to me, but I have seen a trailer and some screenshots, and I can tell I'm going to get quite into this one. I have a feeling this is like a few cuts above the usual quality we see when it comes to puzzle platformers. That being said, though, of course, I will have a few criticisms as we go through it. So, let's jump into the options menu real quick, see what there is to see. This is a Unity game, surprisingly, so if you ever wonder about the versatility of the Unity engine, this is a testament to how versatile it can be. So I'm running in windowed mode, got my usual standard resolution. It's a lovely interface, actually, this like bronze, brass, whatever, slidey mechanism. I mean, it's steampunk, that's kind of the thing as it goes, so I'm not shocked by that or anything, but I just think it looks quite nice. Audio, not much to that. Controls, see what we have. Move left, move right, move up, move down, jump. Positive and negative with left and right arrow, blink, and switch power with up and down, and a menu on escape. I actually don't know what all of those are yet, but we will figure it out as we jump into this brand new game. So we can see that opening cutscene, of course. So our main character, as you can see, is the baby in his father's arms there, or I presume to be his father's arms. He drops him off at the house, and time goes by, and he is out. Presumably there is some excellent backstory to that, and we will probably be figuring that out as we go on forward. Absolutely love the art style to this game. There are some details that seem sharper than others, though, like you probably noticed the little bits of snow on the fence and such, which looked a little bit scribbly. But then we've got details like the rain, which look absolutely beautiful, and the animation on the characters. It's very characteristic and somewhat unique, actually. There's something to it. It's a little bit janky, but it's almost endearing in a way. So let's do a little bit of walking around here. So, I mean, the first thing I noticed, obviously, aside from the art style, just the scope, the sense of perspective, this giant tower in the background looming over us, a very pretty, almost watercolor-looking sky that's slowly moving along, several layers of parallaxing. We've got foreground, middle ground, background, and super background. We've got some like propaganda-esque looking stuff going on with this king here smelling a rose. And then we've got some movement conventions, which we don't always see in platformers, where we can actually grab edges and lift up. I mean, we see it sometimes, but it sort of tends to be that when you see that style of thing, we're going more towards an adventure game than an action game, although I think this has shades of both in there. It's quite a amazing amount of rain hitting the rooftop there. This kid's soaked. As you can see, it all shooting over the tops and edges. We've also got a lovely sense of momentum as we go up that edge, and you can see the character handles angles very well, which is sometimes a point of contention when it comes to some games like Super Meat Boy, where if you stand on an edge, sometimes he has trouble with that, although he does seem to be sliding quite a bit, but I guess that's just carryover from the momentum. So we've got a guy hanging out on the side of that building there. It looks like he's ready to fight. I'd rather not engage him if possible. Maybe we can head on over this building. Oh, that's kind of cool. There's actually... Oh, well, I didn't mean to fall off. Actually, let's go back up there if we can. I was just sort of pointing out the edge where you can see there's a little bit of foreground covering over the character as we move up, which is kind of a nice touch. I know you hate when I go back and forth and stuff, but sometimes I just like to emphasize a certain point, and that's best done by doing something like that. Got some, blurry foreground, to show perspective on that as well. We've got this lamppost. It is actually a little bit strange, though, if you look, and maybe it's not so bad here. Oh, well, this guy's going to get in our way, so we better move on up. Yeah, he can't climb those vines, he's too heavy. But there is a little bit of a maybe strange sense of perspective when it comes to these buildings versus some of the other buildings we were just looking at, and I'm sorry to go back, if I even can go back this far. Oh, well, I didn't mean to fall off there. Maybe I can go through here. Got some boxes in our way right now. I just wanted to stand on the other side of those boxes and show you the height of those buildings. And presumably we're looking... Oh, crap. Yeah, well, he's just going to shoulder check me to death. Sorry about that. The buildings in the closest foreground seem like they were a little bit short as compared to some of the other ones. Like, there's a bit of a difference in, like, the hillside there, and I guess maybe that's fine. But it seemed a little strange versus the height of our character. He was, like, the same size as some of the windows, and... Whoa, okay, we've got some physics stuff going on. Oh, and you know what? I just realized the foreground of that ground moving along actually reminds me quite a bit of the effect they did in BlazBlue, where they have a mixture of 2D and 3D elements both competing at the same time, and a lot of the time I don't like that, but in this case and in that case I actually find they do it quite effectively. So we're actually balancing on a physics-enabled scale here. I think I was just supposed to raise that high enough that I could make that jump across, but I'm curious to know what's going on underneath. Alright, well, we've got this guy chasing us, so let's head back up. Whoa. Oh, come on. Kept falling off. Alright, let's tilt the scales in our favor yet again. There's maybe a little bit of a trine feel here. I definitely feel a little bit of Braid being channeled, which is nothing wrong with that. Braid is a beautiful game. What's up here? I feel like there's a very obvious path that they want me to go down, which of course, if you know me, makes me just want to do the opposite. Look at that 3D effect on the railings. That was lovely. Okay, we've got a little bit of a jump there. Reminds me of the Beast in Out of This World. And we've got a little bit of loading, actually, as we move across some of these sections. Oh, this guy's actually going to traverse this landscape right along with us. And we've got an electric box. Oh, I was presuming that guy was going to land on it and get electrified. Maybe not. Okay, well, it just decided to randomly kill me there. I thought I was doing okay. I should say, pardon my gameplay. I know I can do better than this. It's just, you know, the game seems to want to kill me quite a bit. That's fine. Nothing particularly dramatic has happened at this point. This is just getting the feel for the character controls. Some tutorialization, perhaps, in a slightly unorthodox way, which I actually appreciate, when they don't just say, press this button to do this. When you learn it through actions, I find it tends to play out a little bit better. I feel like Aladdin running through the streets of Agrabah, although sans apples, I suppose. I think if I hold the spacebar just slightly too long, the kid starts to jump back off the surface that I'm clinging to, which is both a blessing and a curse. I guess you do want to have a responsive jumping mechanism like that, but at the same time, you kind of don't want to, you know, accidentally fall off a point like that. Now we're channeling some, like, Assassin's Creed, climbing up some towers. That's interesting architecture. Oh, well, I didn't expect that guy to be there. Instantly dead from falling behind him. I guess I should probably fall in front of him this time. Continue the chase. It's funny how we're sort of doing this chase where we're handing off the baton from one of these generic baddies to another. Not sure what's up with the running animation. It seems like they all sort of have a slight limp. Maybe they had a template for how they started the running, like what the leg should do, and then they sort of adapted that to all the characters. But if you see, they sort of favor one leg over the other. And I sort of get the feeling maybe it could just use about like 2 to 5 more frames of animation for that to look super smooth. But like I said earlier, there is something characteristic to that, and maybe you don't want to stray too far from that, because it does sort of give the game its own sense of self. And there is something to be said for that, like, constructivist style, sort of like paper cutout style, which I'm not sure if they're going for intentionally, but they might be hitting on by accident, which is, you know, kind of cool either way. There's definitely that, you know, cold totalitarian government feeling going on. And they said they were going for that old Europe, you know, steampunk vibe, which is, you know, totally apparent and totally intentional, so I guess that does sort of make sense. Alright, so what are we doing now? We've entered a different area. There's a drill trying to cut through this wall. Apparently I could just go around it, though, so... Alright, so now we've got some, what looks like to be, directly speaking to me, instructions. Touch that thing, you get electrified, and then when you stand over that gate, you can press up and float. I believe is what we're going for. Okay, so we want to get electrified and then press up to float. Okay, well, simple enough. Got an armored caterpillar that looks like the dude straight out of Super Metroid. These little carapace things that float around in the area in Brinstar over by where you get the power bomb. So I don't want to touch him there because then it'll float right into the electricity. Okay, I love the art aesthetic right now. This is beautiful. This is so nice. It's got this really sweet, like, neon thing going on. And I don't even know what to call it because I'm not sure I've seen a lot of examples that look just like this. I think I want to ride this up through this crack here, yeah. Wow, everything's got such a warm, glowing feeling. There's these little particles in the background. There's little light rays which actually have depth to them. We've got several layers of foreground and middle, or, you know, it's not even the right word. I was going to say middle ground, but it's just, you know, the traditional area you play the game in. Okay, what do I have to do here? We've got a couple with X's, a couple that are lit up. And it seems like I can't push them or anything. Do I have another option? I have nothing going on in the arrow keys. Well, did I make that move? Get a little bit of momentum. Do I need to push into them? No. Alright, I feel like that's not the right way. This is my first time playing, so we're learning as we go here. Oh, we've got vines. Okay, so we want to go back. I guess this little firefly here was to give us that hint. I sort of missed out on that, but I suppose that might have been intentional as well. You know, they want you to find a point where you can't move through and then backtrack. So if I get magnetized, it looks like I can put my hand to that block and something's going to happen. Oh, well, I've got a glove now. You know what else this is reminding me a little bit is Vessel, which is a game that I think didn't get nearly enough play or press for what it was, which is like a really well done fluid physics-based action platformer, which actually I think it had a lot of similar vibes to this. I don't know if it was as much steampunk, and it certainly wasn't hand-drawn in the same way. It was more polygonal, but it had some really nice art touches. Alright, so what do I want to do with this? That's the question. Okay, so I've got my polarity switching on the arrow keys, so I want to make sure that I can use that to trigger it and send it up. There's a little bug there, perhaps, that it still thinks that there's a block regardless of if it's there or not. Or maybe I'm pushing the background? I don't know. Regardless, this is still an alpha, so please don't get too up in arms if there are some weird moments like that. I do quite like the main character. I think he's got a very nice art style to him himself. So let's attract with opposites, and we should be able to proceed through that hallway very nicely. So, see, that was some nice tutorialization without it beating you over the head with it. So what am I going to do about this? I'm not electrically charged, so I assume I'm going to fall when I get into here. Oh, okay, well, that is exactly what happened. Apparently that flower wants to give me electric charge, and that will allow me to get up higher. I'm not sure I wanted to do that, though. I want to kind of take a look around here first, if possible. No, just let me fall down, please. Let's see what's over here on the right. Alright, so we've got a big old cube, and I'm not sure I can do... Whoa! Oh, that sucks. He gets so electrified that he instantly turns to ash. That is quite a punishment for a slightly overzealous right key press. Poor guy. I'm sure that's going to happen to us hundreds of more times as we proceed onward. So this looks like another move I have yet to get, so we'll be, I guess, downwardly bashing on that. Oh, okay, no, I just need to press down, and I can actually lay that out in front of me. So I'm not sure if we've entered a bit of a non-linear moment here. I don't know what's going on in the background, but there looks to be quite a crazy gargoyle of some sort. It looks sort of like something out of Metroid as well. And we'll do a little bit more... No? No more opposites attracting there? Alright, that's okay. We could potentially use it to get... Oh, we want to maybe get this little guy to go through. And what's he gonna do? Oh, he's gonna open up the way for us. Well, much appreciated. I have a feeling I need to stand on this and trigger my way up. What can I reverse? Oh, okay, I can get red charged by touching him. That makes sense. Now I'm in a place where I guess all I can do is continue on this way. I mean, I kind of could go back, but I have a feeling maybe this was the right way to go after all. Well, either way, it's cool to see what we get into by going however we go. There seems to be a lot of different paths, which is super awesome. Maybe a little bit of like a La Mulana feeling to it. Of course, probably more so the remake, you know, with all the hand-drawn art. I mean, the other one had beautiful art as well, but it was all pixel-based. This is much higher resolution, and I think the art style is just absolutely stunning. Look at this ambient light going on. We've got a firefly over there, which looks like something out of the Xbox Live version of Spelunky. This hum of the electricity there, which actually lights up a little bit, and then we've got this glowing orb up at the top, which I'm not sure what the deal is with that. It looks like when we move out of the room, though, there's almost like an HDR feeling where your eyes adjust to the light. I don't know if that's intentional or if it's just a holdover from some kind of an engine constraint, but it is kind of a cool effect regardless of if it's intentional. I probably should have jumped at that point. I'm not sure why I didn't. I think I got control confused for a moment. We can handle this. So what is this? I want to punch this guy? Maybe if I charge him, I can use him somehow? Oh, well, he's going to keep falling in. Alright, there we go. So we gave him some charge. He's going to be pulled up, and that is enough to lower this platform, which then allows me to get through. So what do I want to do here? Maybe punch another one of these caterpillars? I'm very curious to see where this game goes in terms of, enemy design, because so far I've really liked just looking at everything. I mean, look at these even such nice details on the background. We've got some gears moving. There's these wires hanging over the top in the foreground. Oh, it seems to be that I've attracted this guy to that block by accident. I didn't want to do that, actually. So let him go that way. Oh, okay, well, I guess I've solved it already. Yeah, the repulsion makes sense. Oh, no! Alright, he'll come back. Oh, okay. I thought maybe I had to use the energy from it shooting up to actually propel myself upward. Okay, I'm still sort of getting the hang of what exactly the game wants me to do at any given moment. I mean, I get how magnetism works, but at the same time, it's a little bit bewildering learning these conventions, all at once, because it seems like I might have gotten myself ahead through part of the game that maybe I wasn't supposed to go to yet. This seems like the difficulty curve has gone up quite a ways. What do I want to do about this? Is there even anything to do? It seems like I can punch above me. That's probably not going to help me. I want to transform that into red. Okay. And then that's going to repel. Oh, wow. That is awesome. This little, Rube Goldberg machines of magnetism going on. How do I deal with this? We can touch this guy, but then what? Oh, okay. Well, I'm getting stuck on that. I guess I want to... Okay, use the crystals, which are red. I didn't even know the crystals were a thing that would help me here. So I want to be attracted to those and then not. So let's trigger this wall. I really like the fact that there was a whole chunk of the game that I feel like I just sort of went right over without meaning to. It always gives me that feeling like when you're playing Dark Souls and you go and find Ash Lake for the first time, you're like, wow, that is a huge portion of the game that I might have just never seen. I'm not sure that that is even the case is what's going on here, but at the same time, I kind of just hope it is. Oh, what just happened? That red triggered, and then it shot me down to my death. What's up here? Can I go up? No, I don't think so. So you got to really understand the fundamentals of what it is that you're performing at any given moment, otherwise you're going to end up accidentally triggering magnetism in a way that probably didn't want to do. Oh no! Well, I guess that's what happened to me there. I kind of feel like I have to keep going at this point, because if I try to go back, it's quite a ways to go the other direction. I'm also not sure exactly how long this press build is, but I just wanted to get, a good 10-15 minutes at least of what's going on in this game. I feel like we already have a pretty good idea of what to expect, but I have a strong feeling that the scope of this game is going to pick up as we get further in and get some more powers and abilities and such. Although there is always the chance... Oh, okay, wait. Let's see if... Yeah, I think I just lost charge before, which is why I've fallen. I wonder, though, if some of the abilities might be hastened, since they want us to get a good feeling of, what the scope of the game is like. Maybe we jumped ahead a bit. Maybe that glove wasn't supposed to be so easily grabbable. Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't realize that was just going to kill me. If I hold down... Okay, nice. One of my favorite abilities ever is in Spelunky, when you hold down, you can see below you. And I kind of wish every platform would have that. So nice to see that Teslagrad does. Oh, okay, maybe if I was fast... Oh, wait. Maybe I can actually trigger it by doing... Oh, no, I can't shoot through that. Never mind. I thought maybe I could propel that platform upward. There's probably a block coming at me. No, maybe not. Check out that sweet background. It's parallaxing in such a way as to suggest that we're actually in a tunnel with a rounded background, which is really cool. Oh, wow. I don't know what this is, but it looks terrifying. Feels like something from Shadow Complex. Is this a boss fight? Holy junk. I didn't even, like, fight anything yet, and now we're fighting a boss. I don't know what I want to do here. Lovely audio cues. Maybe I want to attract together a big enough cluster of blocks. That's probably what it is, actually. So that way it chokes him or something. Or breaks it. It's kind of hard to grab these all at the same time, though. Alright, grab that, grab that. Oh, he's gonna torch everything. Yeah, there's not a whole lot I can do about that. I guess I could try to avoid it, but maybe I took too long also. Oh, maybe I want to just ride this up and not even fight this guy? I don't know if that's a possibility, because there is some sort of a gate over there on the right. I don't know, I kind of have a feeling I'm supposed to just make a cluster of blocks and then he's going to suction... Oh no. That's real bad. This poor kid, he just keeps getting torched and mutilated. He doesn't even know what's going on, he doesn't know where his dad went. He's in this crazy tower full of all sorts of monstrosities and abominations. And all he's got is magnetism on his side. I freaking love the premise of this, though. It's so cool. I mean, the art style, the music really goes a long way to build this really cohesive and just beautiful to engage in universe. I really do want to find out what's going on, like, with the depths of this game, where this takes us. See more, story as it goes forward. Maybe I just want to feed him blocks as long as possible. As long as I don't build too tall of a tower, I shouldn't have any trouble climbing over stuff. Oh, until he does that. I'm gonna feel like a real jerk if I can't figure out what to do from here. There's also the chance that maybe I just wasn't supposed to go this way, and I ended up finding a dead end in a way. I mean, they are giving me the out that I can go backward again, so I shouldn't feel too obligated to continue down this path. Alright, there we go. Build up a chunk. Yeah, but he just doesn't seem to want to suction them when I have a chunk going. No! I'm gonna try and ride one of these up. He gives you 3 tries on that. Oh. Oh, you can actually survive it if you stay far enough over. Alright. Oh no! The conveyor belt starts going way faster. I'm not sure what to do about this guy. He seems pretty challenging. It is kind of unique, though, to still see conventions like this in a way that I don't even know how to engage the boss. I mean, I've fought hundreds and hundreds of bosses in my time as a gamer. Sort of hate to use that word, but in my time playing video games, you'd think I've pretty much seen every kind of convention by now, but, occasionally you run into one that you don't know what to do with. You can't really make heads nor tails of the patterns that you're supposed to obviously latch onto for the first moments anyway. I'm going to try and go back and see what's up, if there's any other direction I can head in. Because there is a chance that maybe I just wasn't supposed to go this way yet. Whoa, okay, so you can actually go backward. So there's a non-linear nature to it, which is great. And I know how to get back there now. I mean, it shouldn't really be a difficult thing, but how am I gonna... Can I go both ways? Oh, I meant to do this in reverse. There we go. This is probably going to get me killed a whole bunch. I'm not sure how to effectively get up above me. Oh, okay. I guess I could just grab that edge. That's pretty cool, actually. I wasn't expecting... Whoa! Oh, no. I wasn't expecting that this path would actually work in both directions. I kind of thought it wouldn't, based on sort of how linear it appeared to be. No, no. Sorry that I had to backtrack. Oh man, I didn't really mean to. I sort of wanted to go through that boss, but at the same time I also kind of don't want to spoil it either, on top of me not knowing what to do, honestly. And that's fine, I'm not complaining. I kind of like when I don't know what to do with a game. Oh man, come on. Kind of wish that everything wasn't one hit, but I guess what are you going to do about it? Nature of this kind of game sometimes. There are some subtle audio cues, by the way. I'm sure you probably can't hear all of them because I have the sound down pretty far. Oh, come on with that. There are just some little ambient touches that keep happening. There's also like the click-clack of those robot spidery guys. There does seem to be maybe some of the audio missing from like these electricity bolts. They don't seem to hum all that much by themselves. What am I supposed to do to get up above this, though? Oh, come on. Don't kill me, bro! Alright, there we go. That didn't quite seem fair. So how am I supposed to go and do this backwards, though? Do I actually have to be charged? Because I'm pretty sure I can't make this jump with this low of a ceiling. Maybe if I hit one of these guys as he's falling in. Oh, or it'll just kill me instantly before I even get to that point. I don't know why I still can't seem to handle out what to do with that. I'm starting to get a little bit more formulaic with my approach on those, which is probably good. Can I do anything with this? No, I can't really jump. Oh, come on. Can't jump that high. This little bit of momentum on that edge just keeps knocking me in. Momentum, though, can be your enemy at times, but it can also be your friend, in that once you start to get the feel for what it is you're supposed to be doing, you can easily traverse little sets of, groups of challenges in one move. Alright, I just want to grab one of these guys once they're real close and just jump. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Let me go. Now, how do I... Can I punch this up? I don't really think I can. Oh, there we go. Alright, well, get me out of here. I'm done with this area. Let's go back. I'm going to see if it's even possible to perhaps navigate my way through one of those other areas that we might have passed up or might not have. I'm not really sure. Well, that bug seems to be stuck right there. I didn't mean for that to happen. Oh, was there like a totally different lighting scheme before then? That was kind of strange. Oh, that could be trouble. No. Oh no! You gotta know which ones to touch and which not to. It's an interesting task. Oh, come on, not again. I wonder if there's a point later in the game where you'll be able to, like, toggle your polarity at will or something. The electricity equivalent of your gravity suit or something like that. Up we go. And I believe this is where I came from. It's already becoming easy to forget. We've solved so many puzzles in such a short time. Yeah, I think this was the original first block that I was stuck on. Yep. Alright, so let's head up. Wow, we can go pretty high, actually. And what's in here? Alright, got some platforms. Maybe do a little bit of jumping here. Clearly can't do much with that, and that platform appears to be a little too high for me to do anything. This looks like double jump material, if that even is a thing that we can do. Doesn't appear that I can do a whole lot with this room. Makes it kind of readily apparent pretty quickly. And there's one more room on the upper left that we should be able to reach. I'm not sure we'll be able to get to the one even higher than that. This one looks like we can do some stuff. What stuff, I'm not sure. Maybe we could push... Is there a pull option? Doesn't appear to be. Was I supposed to just get in the middle of that before these blocks got pushed around? And they do seem to be laid out like that for a reason. Oh, I keep pushing them back into a staircase pattern. Now, if I can... That seems a little exploitive. I feel like if I use my momentum just a little bit on these angles, I can actually push this far enough apart from the other ones that I'll be able to separate it. I'm pretty sure that is what will happen if I just... There we go. Keep doing that, and now I should be able to ride one of these blocks up. I guess that's what I want to do? I don't even know. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot going on here. Oh, I gotta be careful I don't go outside of the bounds of the screen, otherwise I'm gonna reset the blocks again. Maybe I want to head over to the left. There's nothing really there either. Oh, crap. Alright, well, I'm getting the impression that actually the way I was going was the proper way to go. I'll try just real quick to see if I can hit that topmost point with my momentum. No. Wait. Wasn't it way higher than that? Yeah, no, I'm not going to be able to get up there. Okay. Alright, so I picked the right path by accident the first time. This is probably a good point to wrap us up. I'm probably not going to go back all the way to that boss. But I have to say, I am very impressed by Teslagrad. I'm very much looking forward to seeing more of this game. I would love to play it quite a bit. I'm probably going to play this off camera and see where this press build ends. So I would like to just know as much about it as possible, and maybe if there's a little bit of story, I'd be interested in seeing that as well. It's pretty rare for me to actually be that interested in story. I usually kind of gloss over a lot of that stuff, but I want to see where that goes in terms of, you know, how they develop it, what the characters are about, why we're even here. I like that they leave it... Oh, I needed to be on top of that when I punched it. Now, does that actually wear off? It may not. I may have to go out of the room again to reset. It's a little bit depressing, but yeah, I definitely want to see where they go with the narrative on this. I like the fact that they're telling it quietly, you know, and there's not really overt narrative. They don't beat it, you know, over your head, which is something that I think is it's coming to its own in game development. I think people are getting better and better at telling a story in a more subtle, nuanced way, and I have a feeling this is going to be one of those cases. Again, the comparisons to games like Braid and Vessel seem quite apt. I could easily see this being, you know, highly acclaimed when this game does get released, but, you know, I don't want to go too far in one direction in case it turns out halfway through the game it jumps the shark or something. I doubt that's going to happen, but, you know, I gotta always take things somewhat objectively anyway. So that is going to do it for Teslagrad. Thanks so much for watching, guys. As always, remember to head on over to the website, which is indie-impressions.com, so you can stay up on all the stuff that's going on with the channel. I post every day's video there. We've got forums, we've got game giveaways, there's all kinds of news and such. We've also got a Facebook page, which is facebook.com/indieimpressions. If you'd like to leave a like on that page, it only takes a second, does help me out. Oh, there's a quick way to get one of those blocks. And then you'll be up on each new video each day, as well as, you know, direct news updates when I stream. I usually post it there, and I also do contests right there in itself. If you're an indie dev and you want to get in contact with me for any reason, or if you want to possibly inquire about having your game shown off on the show, quickest way to reach me is to either send me an email at the contact form on indie-impressions, or, you know, just send me a tweet. My Twitter handle is @RockLeeSmile. I tweet constantly, so I'll probably see it pretty quickly. And in general, that's just where I hang out a lot of the time. So, you know, that goes for anybody. If you have a suggestion, if you like the show, if you just want to talk about stuff. I'm not, you know, reclusive in that respect generally. I mean, if I have a lot going on, it might take a little bit to get back to you. But for the most part, I want to interact with as many people as possible. So come say hi. I look forward to hearing from you, and I hope you'll come back again tomorrow for another episode of Indie Impressions. I do the show every single day. Haven't stopped in like 400 days, so I want to keep this going as long as possible with your support. Uh-oh, what just happened there? Just an earthquake. So before my voice goes out, I don't know what just happened there. I do want to end this episode, so thank you so much for watching. Come back again tomorrow, and I will talk to you then. Have a lovely night.